Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, guys. Piotr here. This is Light Forex Global YouTube channel, and it's Monday, 8th of June. Well, we've seen fireworks on Friday when it comes to the non-farm payrolls. Now we have some fireworks from the Germany. German industrial production came out much weaker what market was expected. Minus 17.9. The expectations were somewhere between minus 16 and a half, and the previous one was minus 9.2. So completely opposite to what we have when it comes to the Friday fireworks and non-farm payrolls. Huge upside surprise, but that's something we are going to get back into. New week, new challenges, so let's start with the calendar.
Good morning, guys. Monday, new week, new opportunities, and after fireworks, Friday fireworks, when it comes to the non-farm payrolls, well, I'm a little bit scared what's going to happen towards the Wednesday, and Wednesday is gonna be the most important day this week, in my opinion. But step by step, let's have a look what we have. Start on Monday, start today. German industrial production and ECB laggard, so it could be euro related today. That's how I see the things. Tuesday, nothing especially, just US 10-year auction, so it's gonna be related to the dollar. But those 2 days, Monday, Tuesday, I think is very worth to watch ahead of the Wednesday, right? Wednesday is the key. Wednesday is the key after the non-farm payrolls. We have US CPI and of course we have FOMC, and the question about the comments, a question about the press conference from the Powell, that's gonna be very interesting. Because when it comes to the shock we've seen last Friday, when it comes to the non-farm payrolls, right? It's always good to check the details, and looks like the move was based on the temporary layoffs and get back to work, but the permanent is still rising. Something we are going to try to discuss later this week as well, closer to FOMC. So then Thursday is US PPI and weekly jobless claims. Friday is gonna be interesting from the pound perspective, as we have GDP, industrial production, inflation expectations, and towards the end of the week, US University of Michigan. So very interesting week. Again, key is here Wednesday, and the main question here is if the negative dollar sentiment will prevail, or are we going to, whatever we are going to see on Wednesday, if it's going to be like a midweek reversal, right? So it's worth to watch the price action Monday, Tuesday, that's what I said, and then to see what is going on Wednesday. Well, that's it. Let's get back straight to the charts and see majors.
Okay, so we know the Wednesday is gonna be the key. We will see. Anyway, let's start with euro dollar. Let's start with the weekly chart. A little bit of the rejection, but there are a few things. I like, as a seller, I like the upper shadow based on possible over-under, right? Well, the thing is that for now, as long as we are staying below 1350, retest of the yearly open, right, around 1220, still possible, as well as previous week open. Okay, so I think from the euro dollar perspective that previous week range is gonna be crucial. All right, so in that case sellers at the top of that range, buyers in the middle of that range as a yearly open, and bottom of previous week range as a previous week open. So that's how I see the things when it comes from the higher time frame perspective. From the medium term, the move either above or below might dictate the next direction. Anyway, from the daily chart perspective, well, this industrial production was weaker. To be honest with you, I've been thinking about the possible swing high creation. So I'm looking to sell from intraday perspective somewhere around 1350, 1355, or if we are going to clean that stops, the next is around 1410. All right, so that's how I see the things from the shorter time frame perspective. The first possible demand around 1255, that's the Wednesday high. Then, as I mentioned, the yearly open, right, and then Thursday low. So short-term time frame, right, looks like the Thursday price action, high and low. This could be the quite important range, because if we are going to break below 112, right, it could be that we are going to activate that supply again. So anything below yearly open and Thursday low, the daily close below this level, below 112, it could work with this old supply visible to the left. So that's euro dollar from the daily chart perspective, and intraday. We are about to test the demand, if you remember, right? So probably late New York low is gonna be tested, and we are going to see market trying to work with this demand, right? So we have here Riley, base Riley, okay? Nice liquidity pool here, so the stops are below, and it's also from that 1 hour chart perfectly visible what we just discussed, right? Anything below 1260, that's the range down towards yearly open. So well, I'm very curious what's going to happen, to be honest with you. Well, we have FOMC and we have CPI on Wednesday. To be honest with you, I would like to see some kind of the attempt to see the dollar weakness today, tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, right? And then midweek reversal post FOMC and strong move to the downside on the euro dollar. But we will see. We discussed both levels from the buyer's perspective, levels from the seller's perspective. Another one is a dollar yen. Even we've seen monster non-farm payrolls number. Bulls were not able to push through 110, all right, even with rising yields. Now, of course, the very important situation is that we took out the 109.40 we discussed previous week, and during the Tokyo session we've seen the retest, and we are trying to hold. Everything is fine from the buyer's perspective. What I don't like is the upper shadow we've seen on Friday, right? So let's switch a little bit lower. Okay. And let's have a look what we have. I think that this zone can be tested, right? So if you remember, we were discussing this possible channel, right? And what happened? There was a break to the upside, so stops were taken out post non-farm payrolls, move back inside the channel, and the bottom of that channel is a little bit lower, and the bottom of that channel is lower towards 109.20, 109.10, right? And if you are going to check this early candle around 109.20, so I would like to see the stop count through the Tokyo low hitting 109.20, and here I might eventually take a little bit of the risk with very tight stop when it comes to the long side on the dollar yen. I'm going to watch yields as well. I'm going to watch indices as well. So the dollar yen for now, as long as above, as discussed previous week, 108.80, right? After the break to the upside through 108.80, I think the higher levels on the dollar yen possible. Situation is going to change on the move back down below 108.80 with the daily close, or 2 consecutive daily close below 108.80. And the last one, cable. Here I don't know, but anyway, weekly we hit on Friday, we hit the supply, right, to the almost to the peep, a little bit of the rejection, but weekly close above this double top. Okay, so what I would like to see, I'm negative, but we are going to discuss both bullish and bearish cases. Bulls have to hold that double top, right, to try to attack higher, right? So it could be like this, right, and this type of the action. So it looks like 26 it might be the key here. When it comes to the sellers, I think that the Friday high, if we are going to see stop count rejection, right, move back below 26, retest of 26, this type of the action, especially that the June is gonna be important from the Brexit perspective. Let's have a look what we have lower on the cable. Yes, that's lower 1 hour chart, strong rise, and now market is trying to break through that line, right? I think because it's still early, 45 minutes to London Open, I think that market may create second lower shadow, will hunt those stops, and then will break the line. That's my plan from the intraday perspective when it comes to the cable. And of course, first target around 26.15, 26 level. Guys, it was my pleasure to make the morning update for you. Don't be trapped, and see you around. Thank you very much. Take care and goodbye.